Hi, and welcome to this section of coachingforbusinesses.com. My name's Steve Wakefield, and in this section we're going to look at two fundamental skills that leaders have to have. One is listening, and the other one is questioning. They actually go hand in hand. If you haven't listened effectively, how on earth can you ask the appropriate questions? So first of all, listening. We often practice speaking, we practice writing, we practice communication. One of the things that people do not practice is listening. Now you may feel that is that really needed? But let's think about when you actually listen. Are you listening for an understanding of the subject that's being discussed? Or are you listening in order to be able to prove that you either know what's being discussed or you have an opinion of what's being discussed? What people tend to do is they will, whilst they're hearing what is being said, they will start to formulate an opinion and then start to formulate questions to ask once that person has finished speaking or has paused for a breath. So what you're doing there is you're not focusing on what the person is actually saying, the subject of the person that it is discussing. You're actually focusing on your opinion and directing a question that will validate your opinion or demonstrate to somebody that you have knowledge of the subject. So active listening is actually clearing your mind, having no judgment on what is being discussed, and just listening to what people are actually saying. When you do that, what you'll find is that rather than formulate your opinion, you are actually absorbing what they're saying, looking at the body language. Have they repeated the same thing once or twice? Are they animated about something in particular? When you're looking for those clues, it'll give you a clue as to the deeper subjects or deeper layers within this topic of conversation that people want to discuss. If people have repeated the same phrase, for example, then it's worth having a conversation with them and questioning them about why they've used that phrase more than once. So as you can see, active listening is all about really focusing on what the person is saying, without any bias, without any opinions, your own opinions coming to the surface, and really trying to gain an understanding of what that person or the group of people are trying to say. In the 7 Habits of Effective People, what Stephen Covey says about effective people is that they first seek to understand before they ask to be understood, and this is really falls right into that effective behaviour. It's listening to people, trying to understand what they're trying to communicate, agreeing with them that what they're trying to communicate, and then at that point you ask them if you can be understood. It's a very, very effective technique. Now when it comes to questioning, questioning there are a number of ways of being able to question people. There are open questions, those questions that you ask where people have to then describe something. So it's who, what, why, where, when, how. It's those types of questions. So those types of questions allow people to again express more of an opinion on something. There are closed questions which clearly demonstrate that you want a yes or a no answer. Did you do that? Yes, no. Would you do that again? Yes, no. So it's the closed questions are very good actually if you want to start to bring the subject to a conclusion, and if you want to agree that a common way forward. They're very good, but open questions, again, allowing people to express themselves. So it's quite important as to you understand those and practice. practice those skills. Have a look at the book. So You Want to Be a Leader has got a number of great examples in there that you can use to look at, and when you're practicing, see how each of those goes, because we've all got our own styles as far as questioning is concerned. Be careful as you're doing this. Make sure that the people that you're speaking to understand where you're coming from. It's really important. Don't be seen as aggressive or as you're practicing these skills. Just because skills are very important to practice, and these two are vital if you want to be a leader. So active listening, how you actually listen to people, how you then question people about the subjects that they want to discuss, really important. And have a look at the website. It's got a few examples as well. Have a good look at that. Practice your listening skills, and I'll speak to you later. If you do want any further information, go to coachingforbusinesses.com or contact me. I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, thanks.